How do you do, ladies and gentlemen? And today we're going to be reading the Holy Bible. This book was actually given to me by my primary school. So let's just jump into it. The beginning. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Now the earth was formless and empty. Darkness was over the surface of deep. And the Spirit of God was hovering over the waters. And God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. God saw that light was good. He separated light from darkness. God called the light day, and the darkness called night. And there was evening, and there was morning, the first day. And God said, "Let there be a vault between the waters to separate water from water." So God made the vault and separated the water under the vault, so the water from the water above it, and it was so. God called the vault sky. And there was evening, there was morning, the second day. And God said, "Let the water under the sky be gathered into one place, and let the dry ground appear." And it was so. God called the dry ground land, and the gathered seas he called seas, gathered waters he called seas. And God saw that it was good. Then God said, "Let the land produce vegetation, seed-bearing plants and trees on the land that bear fruit with seeds in it, according to their various kinds." And it was so. The land produced vegetation, plants bearing seed according to their kinds, and trees bearing fruit with seed according to their kinds. And God saw that it was good. And there was evening, and there was morning, the third day. And God said, "Let there be lights in the vault of the sky to separate day from night, and let them serve as signs to mark sacred times and days and years. And let them be lights in the vault of sky to give the light on earth." And it was so. God made two great lights, the light greater to govern the greater light to govern the day, and lesser light to govern the night. He also made the stars. God set them in the vault of the sky to give light on earth, to govern the day and night, and to separate light from darkness. And God saw that it was good. And there was evening, and there was morning, the fourth day. And God said, "Let the water teem with living creatures, let birds fly above the earth across the vault of the great sky." So God created the great creatures of the sea, and every living thing which the water teems, and that moves about it according to their kinds, and every winged bird according to its kind. And God saw that it was good. God blessed them, and said, "Be fruitful, and increase in number, and fill the water and seas, and let birds increase on the earth." And there was evening, and there was morning, the fifth day. And God said, "Let the land produce living creatures according to their kinds, like livestock, the creatures that move along the ground, and the wild animals, each according to its kind." And it was so. God made wild animals according to their kinds, the livestock according to their kinds, and all the creatures that move along the ground according to their kinds. And God saw that it was good. And then God said, "Let us make mankind in our image, in our likeness, so they may rule over the fish, the sea, and the birds in the sky, all over the livestock and the wild animals." Cursed is the ground because of you. And over all creatures that move along the ground. So God created mankind in his own image. In the image of God He created them, male and female. He created them. God blessed them and said to them, "Be fruitful and increase in number, fill the earth and subdue it. Rule over the fish in the sea and the birds in the sky and over every living creature that moves on the ground." And God said, "I give you every seed-bearing plant on the face of this whole earth, every tree that has fruit with the seed in it. They will be yours for food. And to all the beasts of earth and all the birds in the sky and all the creatures that move along the ground, everything has the breath of life in it. I give every green plant for food." And it was so. God saw all that he had made, and everything was very good. And there was evening, there was morning, the sixth day. Thus the heavens and the earth were completely in all their vast array. By the seventh day God had finished the work he had been doing. So on the seventh day he rested from all his work. The God blessed the seventh day, made it holy, because on it he rested from all of work of creating that he had done. Adam and Eve. This is the account of the heavens and earth in which they were created when the Lord God made the earth and the heavens. Now no shrub had yet appeared on the earth, no plant had ever sprung up, for the Lord God had not set rain on the earth, and there was no one to work the ground, but streams came up from the earth and watered the whole surface of the ground. Then the Lord formed a man from the dust of the ground and breathed into his nostrils a living breath of life, and the man became a living being. Now the Lord God had planted a garden in the east, in Eden, and there he put the man he had formed. The Lord God made all kinds of trees grow out of the ground, trees that were pleasing to the eye and good for food. In the middle of the garden, the tree of life and the tree of knowledge of good and evil. A river watering the garden flowed from Eden, and there was it spreading a river watering the garden flowed from Eden. From there was separated into 4 headwaters. The name of the first is Pishon. It winds through the entire land of Havilah, and there is gold. The gold of that land is good. Aromatic resin and onyx are also there.
They said if I put Thomas's ring there, I have to close the staircase, which I don't want to do. I'll leave Thomas's ring in. Staircase come up here? Yeah, through the cupboard. That's where Thomas's ring, yeah.
The name of the second river is Gihon. It winds through the entire land of Cush. And the name of the third river is Tigris. It runs along the east side of Asher. And the fourth river is Euphrates. The Lord God took the man and put him in the Garden of Eden to work it and take care of it. And the Lord God commanded the man, "You are free to eat from any tree in the garden, but you must not eat from the tree of knowledge of good and evil. For when you eat it, you will certainly die." The Lord God said, "It is not good for the man to be alone. It will be a helper suitable for him." Now the Lord God had formed out of the ground all the wild animals and all the birds in the sky. He brought them to the man to see what he would name them. And whatever the man called each living creature, that was its name. So the man gave names to all the livestock, the birds, the sky, and all the wild animals. But for Adam no suitable helper was found. So the Lord God caused the man to fall into a deep sleep. While he was sleeping, he took one of the man's ribs and then closed up place with flesh. And then the Lord God made a woman of the rib he had taken out of the man, and brought her to the man. The man said, "This is now bone of my bones, flesh of my flesh. She shall be called woman, for she was taken out of a man." That is why a man leaves his father and mother and is united to his wife, and they become one flesh. Adam and his wife were both naked, and they felt no shame. I'm sorry, folks, but that's all we have time for today, and I will see you in the next episode.